Still talking about sentencing, R. Kelly sentenced to another 20 years for child sex abuse. American R&B singer R. Kelly has been sentenced to 20 years in prison in a Chicago federal courtroom following his conviction last year on charges of child pornography and enticement of minors for sex charges, his second such lengthy sentences in the past year. The embattled singer is already serving a 30-year prison term for his 2021 conviction on racketeering and sex trafficking charges in a New York federal court. U.S. District Judge Harry D. Weber said in court that 19 years of the 20-year prison sentence will be served concurrently or at the same time as his other sentence. 1 year would be served consecutively or after that sentence is complete. With the new sentence, he will serve not more than 31 years and will be eligible for release around age 80. Prior to the sentence, attorney Christopher Brown read from a statement given by one of Kelly's victims identified as Jane. He read, and I quote, "I've lost my dignity due to Robert Kelly. I've lost my dreams due to Robert Kelly. I've lost my teenage years to Robert Kelly," end of quote. Robert Kelly is a serial sexual predator who, over the course of many years, specifically targeted young girls and went to great lengths to conceal his abuse of Jane and other minor victims. Prosecutors said in a filing, I quote, "To this day, and even following the jury verdict against him, Kelly refuses to accept responsibility for his crimes." The sentencing hearing is a culmination of nearly 3 decades of allegations Kelly had sexually abused underage girls, as accusations first laid out in the Chicago Sun-Times. In 2002, R. Kelly was indicted on child pornography charges for allegedly videotaping himself having sex with an unidentified underage girl, but he was acquitted in 2008. So this one is a lot of things. Like combination, and it seems that there's no end to the charges against R. Kelly.
By the time he comes out, at age 30, he'll be asking...
80 something.
Age 80. By the time he comes out, he'll be asking people, "Do you know me? I sang, I believe I can fly." Nobody will recognize him.
So the thing is, the judge...
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It takes... So we were talking about this as well. You've built yourself such an illustrious career. It takes, I don't know, like everything is just nose diving for him. Like nobody, even on the black community, white community, nobody wants to associate with you. Anybody that has the name now, Kelly, R. Kelly, in fact, you're almost cancelled if you're anything close to R. Kelly's family. They are suffering. His immediate family is suffering. His children are suffering. I said, if I'm his child, and someone says, "Oh, J. Paul Kelly, where did you get the name Kelly from?" I say, "No, it's Kelly Handsome."
Wow, Jay.
Wow, as in he did just immediately deny.
Judas Iscariot, the land work where you did. What?
So,
But it's actually really wild. And another thing is, I know that Americans, like, they can even forgive you for committing murder.
Yep.
That's the very funny thing. But when you start to have like child
Minors,
sex, minor crimes and all that, they are not forgiving. They're not forgiving of that remotely.
It's a huge crime. You can't even see. It's a crime to even look at a picture of a child. It's a crime. It's a total crime. You can go to jail. So him even, and he's still denying. You know, he's still saying
he's still denying.
Yeah.
But me, it's just giving me major trapped in the closet vibes till you are 80 at this point in time, because I mean, it's so sad.
It is sad.
It's so sad. Like, first of all, I feel like black people in America, they're already set up for failure. You now use your own leg by yourself. After getting to the pinnacle of being like superstar status, you now come and it's very
what
sad.
happened to him, because I mean, I watched the documentary and at some point there was a trigger in his life which now made him have that god-like, he wanted to be a supreme person, supreme being, and he felt being with underage girls who he had control over, because he was twisting their mind, he was telling them things. And
so that's the thing with people who like to control people. They would only want to be with the type of people they can control. But at the end of the day, when this whole thing started, there were people who came out to say that, yes, I've also been through this in my life, but I chose to go this other way. I chose not to do this. So at the end of the day, it's your choice. what you decide to do.
And even,
nobody held a gun to your head. Nobody forced you. You did it.
Have you heard of Stockholm Syndrome?
Yes.
Yep.
Where you're in love with your captor.
Yep.
Yes.
And then your captor is someone who has it all.
He's influential.
Yeah.
Has everything. He can give you the life that you want.
That's the thing,
so
psychological.
you think, oh, when you go out there, you're not going to get that life. So you have to come back and stay in that Stockholm Syndrome. Stay in that place that is... It's terrible.
I think this is where abuse of power gets you.
Yep.
This is what it gets you. Do we wish him the best? I don't even know. He'll be all right.
Well, a lot of people said the only good thing with this sentence is the fact that it runs concurrently. Not that when he's done with that one, you start this one. But at the end of the day,
I won't be surprised if another person still comes out tomorrow and then they'll just keep him there till infinity. But